Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with a mixed Manny chat. I've got this spring set Rosehip that came with this accent pack, pretty posies. Wanted something spring-like now that we are in spring, and let's get to it, shall we? Full days of work today. Made granola for the fam. And here I am trying to get my nails done before Panda Bear comes and gets me. So yeah, rush. But lots to talk about, so don't want to just wait around and yap about work. Let's talk about work first. The last video I made, I think, was before the St. Patrick's Day lunch. It was on St. Patrick's Day. And so at the office, we had St. Patrick's Day lunch the day after St. Patrick's Day because it's one of the days that has the most employees in office. And plus, I was going to be cooking, so it had to be a day where I was going to be available and in the office to cook. So one of my coworkers made shepherd's pie. I made a bunch of corned beef with cabbage and carrots and potatoes. Also had used these little pots that were purchased a couple of St. Patrick's Day ago by a former coworker friend, Melissa, and we filled those pots with pistachio trifle, which is basically vanilla cake or angel food cake with pistachio pudding, whipped cream. I sprinkled some pistachios on top. It was delicious, if I don't say so myself. And okay, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I want this, because I think I want to do my pointer and my pinky. So that means I'm gonna have to figure out how to, I'm not gonna use that for trash. I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna move that. There we go. All right, so I also made some chocolate covered pretzel sticks because we didn't have enough pots for dessert for everybody. So I ended up making chocolate covered pretzel sticks as another dessert that people could have. And it was a good time. And fast forward, because the week just kind of flew by. The day after that, after work on Thursday, did some homeschooling, and we did a final review, kind of like a trivia game competition with my nieces so that they could review for their final this week. So this week we've got them doing all of their second quarter finals, and they already finished one today. If you're watching this when I post it, it's Monday. Today they actually finished math, English, and Bible study finals, and tomorrow they're going to be doing social studies. I'm not quite sure what Wednesday is going to be, but Thursday will be science, art, and home economics, because those are the subjects that I homeschool. Usually Thursday afternoons after work, sometimes on one of the weekend days, if the girls are all around. But yeah, what happened Friday? I can't remember what happened Friday, but Saturday was the SoFi Stadium one night only Fluffy and Jo Koy show that I've been anticipating for almost a year. Panda Bear had found out about the show and bought tickets right away, and he had the best seats because it was not like the front, but it was the front row of the section right behind the very front rows. And he got me a corner seat, so I did not have to be all squished up against a stranger, which is good because this big back does not like sitting next to people. So poor Panda had to deal with that. But it was a great show. So many surprise guests. The surprise comic that Fluffy had come out before him was Jeff Dunham. And if you don't know who he is, he does all of the ventriloquist dummies. He's got Walter. He's got Bubba J. He's got Peanut. Jose Jalapeno. I'm trying to remember all the names. I don't remember all the names, honestly. Ahmed was the one we got to see because by Fluffy's request, he wanted that character, and it was hilarious. And now I can cross Jeff Dunham off my bucket list of people I wanted to see live. And Fluffy is just such a good storyteller when it comes to his shows. I just absolutely am riveted whenever he's telling stories. And then at one point, he was talking about how he's officially in the Jeffrey Epstein files. Oh my God. Like, I literally was like, hands to my face, like, OMG, like, what? And then, of course, he explains, and it's hilarious. Nothing scandalous. But it's like, the way he told the story was just like, like, yeah. Anyways, but then Jo Koy had his best friend Tiffany Haddish open for him, and then he had the Jabberwockies, which, if you were growing up around my time, my generation, right around college time for me was when the Jabberwockies were like really like popular. And it was super awesome to be able to see them perform. I thought they were retired, so I was shocked to see them. But I was like telling Panda, I'm like, oh my gosh, like before Jo Koy and Jabberwockies had even come out on stage, I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be awesome if Jo Koy did like a flash mob and he was in the middle of it all. And I don't know, I just knew that Jo Koy is like big on dancing for some reason. I don't remember why that is, but I just knew. And when the Jabberwockies showed up, I was like, oh my gosh, like, he's got to be in there. And yep, right at the end of the dance, the Jabberwockies pulled off the outfit on one of the dancers, and it was Jo Koy. And I screamed so loud, I thought I was going to lose my voice. I was like stoked, super excited, and it was just so awesome. And then Jo Koy had surprises up his sleeve as he was telling his stories. he had Babyface come out. If you guys are big on R&B, 90s R&B, like I was big on 90s R&B, I still feel to this day that music is like unforgettable music. Like I'm still stuck in that time period when it comes to listening to music. Like I listen to a lot of different music, but there's something about the 90s and early 2000s as far as R&B goes that's just chef's kiss. And he had Babyface show up, and then he had Jamie Foxx show up. Unbelievable show. It was just so good. Like the time flew by. Panda Bear and I were over at SoFi like around 4 because the parking opened up at 3 and the doors to the stadium opened up at 5. So Panda had wanted us to go just a little bit earlier, just to make sure that we weren't going to be stuck waiting in line trying to get in, because we had floor seats and we wanted to make sure we were in the stadium, went to the restrooms, eaten our stadium food and all that good stuff before settling into our seats so that we can enjoy the show without any interruptions. And we were able to do that, and it was just an amazing time. And then after the show, we left the stadium, went to the parking area. It was hell on earth. People in LA, not all people, but a lot of people in LA are just very self-centered, and it's all about me, and not cooperative, and just people were vying for a spot to get out of their parking lot, the parking lot, like the line to like get out of the parking. And at one point I was telling Panda Bear, oh yeah, when I used to go to concerts with my gal pals when I was single before he and I started dating, I would be the one that I would jump out of the car and I would literally direct traffic just so my friend, whichever friend was driving, would be able to pull their car out and safely like get us in the line to get out of the parking lot. And Panda Bear and I decided, we're just gonna chill in the car for a little bit and wait till the chaos dies down. But as we're sitting there, there were some folks that were just fighting for parking spots to leave the, not parking spots, but like fighting, like to be in the line to get out of the parking structure, and nobody following the zipper rule. I mean, come on, all they gotta do is zipper and just cooperate, and things would move so much smoother if it was just here, and out the door. Nope, it's like me, like, get out of my way, like, I'm gonna hit your car if you don't get out of my way, that kind of attitude. And it's like, I was just like, Panda Bear, this is why I don't like going out. I mean, granted, I loved the show, so I'm not gonna complain about that, but yeah, I usually don't like all of that drama that's out there. And so this one guy was trying to help direct traffic, and the car that he was trying to direct was not having it. He was pissed off and tried to run the guy over. It was chaos. But after that car left, things were much more calm. But yeah, it was insane. So Panda Bear and I left. We got out of there safely, no issues for us. And then we binged on Taco Bell because it was National Crunchy Taco Day, and we just had to. So we got home, and I must mention that Fluffy was talking about like Asian drivers, Chinese drivers specifically, and shouted out Monterey Park. So I was just like, yes, but also, I agree with you, Fluffy. The people in Monterey Park, they don't know how to drive. They're the worst drivers. My poor Panda has to deal with them all the time. And yeah, I feel you. But yeah, so we didn't go to bed until like, I think it was 2 in the morning. So Sunday ended up just chilling a little bit. I did wake up later, and did some laundry, and Panda Bear took Pops and I on a walk. I think we did like 4 miles. No, I forget. It was like close to 10,000 steps. So whatever that is, we did that. And so I was really tired after that. Ended up taking a nap, and Panda Bear woke me up so that we can head on over to Mama Carla's house, because it was a weekend that Allison would be with her mom. So pickups on Sundays is always a united front, with Panda Bear driving and Mama Carla and Edgar going to go pick up Allison. And so I tend to be the one left behind to babysit. And I got to watch the beginning of Wicked for Good. So when I had gone to the theaters to see Wicked for Good with the nieces, the littlest one really had to go use the restroom, and so I had taken her to the restroom, and we missed the beginning of the movie. And so it is now streaming for free on Peacock if you're subscribed to Peacock, and I got to watch the beginning of the movie, and it made so much more sense seeing the beginning of the movie, because we had walked in right around the time where the town is like gathering around and listening to Glinda the Good, and so I missed a lot. The whole building the yellow brick road and all of that. So anyways, yeah, that is that. What else did we do Sunday? I think that was it, because it was a real chill day after the long walk. And today, of course, back to work at the office. And I ordered a whole bunch of stuff to make more granola for us, because typically one batch of granola lasts Panda, if he's eating it by himself, maybe like about 3 weeks to a month. But he's been giving granola to Pops and I as well. Is it Pops and I or Pops and me? Anyways, he's been giving us granola as well. And so I ordered a whole bunch of stuff to be delivered today by Amazon. And they actually were on time, so it all worked out, and I was able to make 3 times the rest. No, was it 3 times the recipe? It might have been 4 times the recipe. 3 or 4 times, I forget. But I was able to make the granola. I was going to make lemon bars with olive oil and sea salt. One of my coworkers, her birthday is coming up this week, and I had wanted to make the lemon bars because she had mentioned lemon bars the last time she had brought lemons from her tree, but didn't end up using her lemons to do that. I made lemonade, and I forgot what else I had made, but since she mentioned lemon bars, I was like, oh, maybe I should make lemon bars for her birthday. But making the granola took way longer than I anticipated to, because, sorry, I realized I did not save one for doing one of my nail sticks, so I had to go back in there. Oh, excuse me. My throat's scratchy all of a sudden. Let me grab a drink of water really quick. But we're almost done here. And, all right, really quick. Gotta get that sip of water before I cough you guys to death. All right, so didn't get a chance to make lemon bars, but I will do it on Wednesday during my lunch break so that I can gift those to her as a surprise. But yeah, I gotta remember to pack some of the ingredients I had missed, because I had packed most of the ingredients this morning, but my focus was more on the granola than it was on the lemon bars, and so I had pretty much everything except for one ingredient, and so I'm gonna have to remember to bring that on Wednesday so I can bake that. But oh, I was going to use this end, and one thing I have forgotten to bring with me is my little trash can thingy, which I almost used that little pot, but we're trying to like save those pots to reuse for Halloween and for St. Patrick's Day another year, and so I definitely can't use that as my trash bin. But yeah, those that are Color Street fans, are you gonna get the Marilyn Monroe bundle, or are you going to purchase any of the sets that are releasing this Friday? I really want the bundle, but I gotta remember, like, when I'm at work to sign on and purchase it, because I have a feeling it's gonna sell out like really quick. But I really want that makeup bag because it looks like a really awesome travel bag to use for the Color Street sets. And every time I travel, I always bring Color Street with me because I love doing my niece's nails, and it would be nice to have that bag as my Color Street travel bag. So here's hoping that I'm able to score one on Friday. But if you're getting any of the sets or getting the bundle, comment below. Let me know. I would love to know. But yeah, other than that, I've been ordering cheese from Gardner's Wisconsin Cheese. Love their cheese, especially their super sharp cheddars are so yum. and their oven baked cheeses, especially the jalapeno, which surprisingly, usually I'm not good with spicy, but the jalapeno flavored oven baked cheese is not that spicy, and it's just delicious. And yeah, but my last order, I had ordered 2 of them. They accidentally gave me 2 of the dill pickle meat sticks instead of 2 of the oven baked jalapeno cheese. And so I emailed them letting them know of the mistake, just to tell them though, because I mean, I wanted them to make sure they had the correct inventory, because being someone that used to work retail, like, inventory is super important. We used to take inventory every couple of months and make sure that everything's like logged. And so, but when I emailed them, they were like, oh, let us reimburse you or give you a gift card. And I was like, oh, no, I just wanted to tell you so that your inventory is not short in any way. But anyways, I think they're still gonna give me a gift card, which is awesome. I mean, we're a big fan, Panda Bear and I, so we order from them like once every other month or so. So if they do give us a gift card, it'll just go towards our next purchase. And here we are. This is it. All done. Ready for... We've got a manager's dinner this Wednesday, so I do need to do a little bit of cleanup work, and I don't know what happened here, but I picked the skin too much, and now it's exposed and it hurts. But yeah, I'm not the best at doing thumbs. You can see I always end up with cream sets with these little wrinkles right there. It is what it is. It's all good. But alright, we are done. If you have watched all the way through, thank you for watching. If you have not yet done so, subscribe, like the video, comment below with some spring flowers, and I don't know, an owl, because I'm an owl. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, y'all. Peace.